Are they feeling it? Are they feeling it? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? I got a little zap in the step. That's right, bringing us in this morning. Now, I'm not sure, but the news coming out of European Union this morning, huge. Monsanto got to be a little dazed and confused. Thank you, Robert Plant and Company. 355 to 204 was the vote this morning. Double whammy. Not only did the European Union say no to the 10-year extension, ban glyphosate 5 years. Welcome to GMO Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. GMO Tuesday. What a way to start. I don't know if I can beat that. That is great news. That's great news. 355 to 204 out the door. Out the door, Monsanto, with your made-up science. Just me. Now, maybe this next statement will explain the searches that were done on me this week. I don't know. We'll get to that in just a second. Have you noticed? Has anybody noticed? Have you been able to correlate? Just think about this for a minute as the Monsanto ruse rapidly implodes on itself. As the Monsanto ruse, GMO Roberts, Farmer Joe, as the ruse starts to fall apart, so does the Democratic Party. Coincidence? Just asking. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm not saying they conspired, they colluded, they did whatever. I'm just asking a question. It just seems funny that how their whole story's falling apart, so is Monsanto's. There's some money exchange there. Wasn't there money exchange? Now, I don't know. I'm just kind of pointing the facts out. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. I want you to say hello to the star of the show, Wilcox Organic. I got somebody saw the promo. Dude, man, don't be going telling your wife to get eggs like this, man. Listen to me for a minute. Have her make you eggs. I know she's going to kill me now. In the promo, when I put these up last week, I got a nasty email from somebody said, now my husband wants boiled eggs. Hey, boiled eggs are good, but I don't know that I would trust these particular boiled eggs. Star of our show, 14 weeks and running, ladies and gentlemen. 14 weeks and running, set on the shelf, waiting in line patiently to be a star on the show, just to be a guest, not giving its spot up. Ladies and gentlemen. 6 months on the show, 14 weeks on the show. Wilcox Organic. Good stuff, Maynard. Good stuff. I'm telling you right now, good stuff. You know what is good stuff? The searches that have been done on me. It tells me I got to be doing something right, ladies and gentlemen. 43% of the searches that were performed on my professional profiles out there in Cyberland, 43% were political. Whom do your elected officials represent? Could that have something to do with it? I don't know, but we got to ask the question, whom do your elected officials represent? Because if they represented you, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be sitting here rambling like a babbling idiot this morning and talking to you about GMO and telling you about all the drop-dead gorgeous women that are non-GMO people and the Twitter campaign, but more importantly, another 5 people from Monsanto are looking at me. Monsanto, you can't recruit me. You don't. I mean, I know you got a lot of money, but you don't have enough. Not for my integrity, at least. I mean, Now, that said, ladies and gentlemen, is it the Twitter campaign? Because I do go at the president. I do go at the cabinet members. Have you joined the Twitter campaign? 20, how many people was it? 23 people, new people this week. 23 new people joined in the campaign Picking up momentum. Picking up momentum. Join the Twitter campaign, folks, because I just got through right over here. I was on the Twitter this morning, chatting a little bit with Drop Dead. I'm lucky, man. What a way to start my day. Carey Gillam. Ho, 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 my goodness. What a way to start the day. Drop Dead gorgeous. We're going to talk about her book. In the description, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a snippet. A little snippet from her book. It's about a weed killer. It's about Monsanto. It's about lies. It's about corruption of science. It's about what I've been telling you for a long, long time. Monsanto Science. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. But, well, I'm telling you, there's just a long list of people that have been saying the same thing. Moms Across America. Paula Mayer. Marla Dawn Gates. Sheeta Alexandra, down linked to one of her last names there. She had a gal, I think her name was Linda. I don't know, real pretty gal too. But they were talking about conscious conception. I don't know. There's got to be a way that's done. What are we conceiving? I'll let your mind go with that. But the Drop Dead gorgeous, Sheena Alexander, all these people, GMO Watch, the Food and Water, the Organic Consumers Association, and there's another one now, Next 7 or something like that. But it just seems that there are so many people that really don't want this, but yet we have it. Did anybody order? I want to know, who ordered the pink pineapple? Who ordered potatoes that don't rot? Who ordered an apple that doesn't rot? Is that really food? You understand what I'm saying, I would hope. But everybody I just mentioned, tell me it's the one thing I've been saying that's true. We don't want poison in our food. None of us want poison in the food. So we've been asking this morning, the president and his wife and the Sonny Perdue guy and the EPA, Scott Pruitt guy, the FDA. Hey, we've been asking them, get the poison out the food. We got the European Union on our side. Think about it. The European Union votes, what was it, 355 to 204 to phase it out in 5 years. Not only does Monsanto not get the 10-year extension, it's like double clutch, boom, boom. Kind of sucker punched him, I think. I really thought that tells me, ladies and gentlemen, what myself, all those Drop Dead gorgeous gals I mentioned, the organizations I mentioned, we're doing some good. We're getting somewhere. Maybe not as fast as we want, but we do have an election coming up. You got that Kid Rock guy running against the Debbie Stabbing now. Let me stab my constituents in the back, stabbing now. She's a GMO lady. Look at that woman. I'm just, fellas, come on. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. But Debbie Stabbing now, the non-GMO ladies. Oh, no, night and day. Come on. You let the Debbie Stabbing now GMO lady, now Kid Rock run against her. I don't know nothing about no Kid Rock. I'm not a fan of his music, but I would think, you know what? Do you really have to be a politician to come represent we the people? Do you have to be a polished politician? I think Mr. Trump is showing us that, hey, no, you don't have to be a polished politician with a bunch of political obligations to be successful in Washington, D.C. Draining the swamp, ladies and gentlemen, and it all comes full circle. Why does it come full circle? Because they've gotten in a lot of ways. They've gotten into academia, the corruption of our science. I'm working on a couple things, and I'm gonna make a plea out there. I know people. I've talked to people before in agriculture departments, very high up in the food chain of academia, if you will. And I've talked to a lot of people. A lot of people like the technology. They don't like the way it's being used. I've been saying it for a long time. This technology is being used to sell a chemical. They've corrupted science. They've bought politicians. It goes on. Okay. All right. I want you to think about something. Again, Carey Gillam points out in her book. Let me pull this up here while I'm talking, and I'm going to just read an opening statement on the book. It's a little opening paragraph on her website, and the link is in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Link is in the description. Now, one we keep hearing BT talks, and they actually have a corn registered, and this is what it's registered as an insecticide, and they're feeding it to you. That's what your Fritos are made of. Let's go get a bag. You got some Fritos? Got some Fritos? Let me see here. Is this it? Oh no, I mailed it to myself. Duh! You don't want to lose something, mail it to yourself. That's right, mail it to yourself. Whitewash, the story of a weed killer, cancer, and the corruption of science. It's the pesticides on our dinner plate, a chemical so pervasive it's in the air we breathe, our water, our soil, and even found increasingly in our own bodies. Known as Monsanto's Roundup by consumers and as Glyphosate by scientists, the world's most popular weed killer is used everywhere from backyard gardens to golf courses to millions of acres of farmlands. For decades, it's been touted as safe enough to drink, but a growing body of evidence indicates just the opposite, with research tying the chemical to cancer and a host of other health threats. Ladies and gentlemen, I want, when I debate the marijuana issue with people, if you don't understand how marijuana was made illegal, and you cannot accept it was a massive propaganda campaign that made marijuana and hemp illegal, you bumped your head, and there's no debate, there's no discussion to be had with an individual like that. And it's the same when it comes to Monsanto and their science. This is a ruse. It's over. The walls are crumbling, tumbling down every single day. There is another, and speaking to you, Carey says something right there that is very, 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 very important to understand. It's in your bodies. I bet if you go pee in a bottle, it's got glyphosate in it. Now, if you eat Fritos, I'm going to ask somebody, hey, I'm going to get crazy here. Let's find out if glyphosate passes through your system. Fellas, do me a favor. Go eat a bag of Fritos, because that's got glyphosate in it. The next day, go pee on a weed in the yard. If the weed dies, let me know, man. We can tell you're a glyphosate distributor then. That's what that, I mean, this is how insane this has become. This is a ruse, and they've done it, and I'm going to tell you, again, I am going to say this. If there are attorneys out there that can help me research this, I will show you how the original case on saccharin, where the United States government sues Monsanto under the Food Safety Act, set everything in play for what is going on today. That court case, ladies and gentlemen, was 1917. It ran until 1928 when the government threw the towel in because it became so exhaustively expensive. The guy was a Freemason or something, man. They keep records. They keep records. It's there. I know. I know that's there. But they've taken like a natural toxin that you'll find in the ground that serves a purpose in the balance and the ecology of our soil and our organic surroundings, called Bt toxin, and they've made it like a super toxin, putting it in the corn because it's making bigger bugs, badder bugs, and they want to ignore that. They want to ignore that. They want to ignore that. So, one of the things that they say, though, is they're going to a report on urine tests. That's what I was getting at there. Sorry about that. A report on urine tests is due out today. I haven't seen it this morning, but as soon as it's out, we're going to get it pushed around. You can bet on that. That was the conversation I was having with Miss Gilliam this morning here. But you know what? Is there Uganda, Nigeria area? Oh, hey, wait a minute. What are you doing? Shush. Is there some kind of, at least it appears to this media person, that there's kind of a culture clash going on with science and big business over there, and they want to tag it as racism? I don't know. I don't know. Of course, the racism is being pointed at the Monsanto people and the science, but I just think you have one of the oldest parts of the world in recorded history is in Africa, and these people have their traditions, their culture, everything about their race or whatever specific nationality they are in Nigeria, Uganda, and in that part of Africa. But you have deep rooted cultures that science throws kittywampus. But they're saying no. They're pushing back and saying, I don't think it's racism. I think it's taking advantage of people who don't know, and it's perfume parlor snake oil salesman tactics is what it is. That's what it is. But remember. Let me see. I have to pause for 1 second. I got to find something. I got to pause 1 second here for station identification. Let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, organic food for your critters, organic food, non-GMO food for your critters. Foothill Feed and Mercantile. Foothill Feed and Mercantile in that Reno, Nevada area. 1330 Geiger grade it is, folks. 1330. She'll get you taken care of. I got a question. We got to put a question to the button. Of course, the big deal. We have corrupted science. We have big GMO interests. And what do they say? GMOs, they're going to feed all the people. They're going to stop poverty. And they're going to help with jobs. That's the narrative alert, if you will, going on with these, what we call a third world country over here. So, they're going to feed. Do the GMOs, this is a question, do the GMOs, do they help feed the hungry people? Do they help with the poverty situations in these third world countries? And do they provide jobs for these people to pull themselves up on their bootstraps?
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
The button said it. I did not say it. The button said it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I am talking about. Monsanto Science, ladies and gentlemen. This is how they've attacked people like Jane Goodall, Vandana Shiva. What they do, and tell me if this sounds familiar, but they create a list of talking points, and then they put all these people out on a circuit. They have all these people with cheat sheets, typing answers and arguing with people to trip algorithms with trigger words to trip the algorithms. So what happens when you do a search is their information pops up before the truth. I don't think they understood I don't think they understood that somebody would figure that part out and understands that part. That's why I've quit responding in certain threads where the Monsanto propaganda machine proliferates. And that's almost everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. That is almost everywhere. But the Monsanto Science, I mean, when you have people like Carey Gillam, just a big deal recently over there. She kind of went after the World Health Organization, called them a bunch of blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're this, you're that, but really attacked them in a very pro-industry kind of way. No questions about it. Stephen Savage. I'm sorry. And if anybody ever wants to see, I have the email from him. Oh, I do this because I want to. That's a bold-faced lie. I'm sorry, but nobody goes out there and puts their name on something without getting paid for it. Not when you talk like Stephen Savage or that young lady with the one eyebrow I like to tease all the time, Kevin Synapathy. Or Kavin. I'm not sure. She's never really talked to me, so I don't know how to enunciate her first name. Kavin is how it's spelled, so Kavin, I guess. But I teased her when I first introduced myself. I said, "What, did Dad want a shortstop?" When you have so many people that are involved, eventually things will unravel. And again, I'm going to say it. Call me a conspiracy nut. Call me whatever. But when you have people like Carey Gillam, 20 years, she's been writing on this stuff and looking at this stuff, eventually somebody has to be called an expert witness, if you will. The couple, it's on my G Plus page, ladies and gentlemen. The couple that did a thing, they were with Fox News, got fired because they wanted to tell the truth and wouldn't let Monsanto dictate the narrative in a bovine about your milk. The BHT hormone or whatever it is. Yeah. But they create talking points, and then they send all these people around to talk, and then they have all these people in all these different platforms in social media to talk to trip algorithms. And then when searches are done, Google and Yahoo, they're all part of this. They all these out. Facebook, everybody is. They know how to work. They know it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. That's why I ask you, join my Twitter campaign. Join the Twitter campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a numbers game. 23 people joined the Twitter campaign with me this week. Come find me on Twitter, at Alladay LLC, at the Alladay LLC. We're there. He's there sometimes too. You never know. You never know who's going to show up. I got to wrap it up here, folks. I do got to get to go feed this morning. But Paula's Healthy Living, MDG Blogger. Go check these gals' website out. Some good stuff on their websites. I was over there this morning. Links in the description. Of course, a link for Carey Gillam and her book, Whitewash. Awesome book, folks. Awesome books. Vandana Shivi, Zen Honeycut. Hey, let's get this. Let's move the Twitter campaign. Let's move the Twitter campaign. There is a lot. There's a lot. I found another way to move the Twitter campaign. When I see something, not only will I come introduce myself to you if you follow me or something, and we'll send that Twitter on its way. Please join the campaign asking. But when I see, excuse me, a GMO tweet, whether it's GMO Watch, whether it's a news outlet, whether it's by Carey Gillam, whether it's by Zen Honeycut, whoever it's from, ladies and gentlemen, let's start doing this. Hit the president. Hit Mrs. President. Hit Scott Pruitt. Hit Sonny Perdue. Hit the FDA on quote the tweet. Quote the tweet. Hit those 5. Please get the poison out of our food. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. If you like what you hear, ladies and gentlemen, give us a thumbs up. subscribe to the station. It's all good. It's all good. Subscribe to the station. There's some gardening information in there, some tulip stuff. There is a massive amount of information in the description today, ladies and gentlemen. Links to all the articles that I've mentioned, that I've been talking about. And of course, links to Carey Gillam's website and the book. Good book. Good book. Very, very informative, eye-opening, if you will. If you can help out, hit the website, leave us a donation, folks. It all helps, and it's definitely come in handy right now. Let's have a great day, and let's all be safe out there.